morning. How you doing? Let's get some Final Fantasy XIV played today, huh? Yesterday was kind of a lousy day for Final Fantasy XIV, but I should be able to have a better stream today. Just kind of got stuck in a no-win scenario yesterday. So, check this out. I have a cable guy coming by later today. Alright, well, the sound is working. Once the internet is working. Let's see here. Let's see. Alright. So, from here, let's continue the main story, shall we? Finally. Oh, there you are. Yep, here I am. Our worst fears have come to pass, but moments ago we received grim tidings from our contact in Razathan. Well, I was just there a little while ago. Vile beasts have appeared as if out of nowhere, claiming one victim after the next. What's more, they say the very sky burns above them. I was just there yesterday. Oh, good gods. Oh, the final day is already upon us. It would appear so. And sadly, this is all the information we have at present. No doubt the people of Razathan are busy fighting for their lives. Oh, then we must go at once. They need our help. Yes. Agreed. Cryle, you'd best remain here with Tataru and gather what knowledge you can. You're in no condition for a long journey, I imagine. Very well. Similar phenomena may have been observed elsewhere, and if so, we must know about it at once. You safe out there yet? Let us make a first for Yamalvad. Yedilmad. We must prepare ourselves for what may lie ahead. All right. Yedilmad.
And lo, vile beasts did rise.
Oh dear. This is nothing like what it looked like.
Leaving naught in their wake but blood and ash. Sun scorches earth and boils seas. And our sins ascend unto the heavens. Three dooms to unmake all we were.
The sky burns. The final days are truly upon us.
My friends, I trust you have heard the news.
We have. What can you tell us of the situation, Your Excellency?
Last night, the isle was rocked by tremors, and the earth itself cried out. Aloft, the heavens began to burn. From all about, unholy beasts, the likes of which we had never seen, came forth in fury and rage. To say they came forth would be inexact. The people of Radzat-Han themselves transformed into these baleful fiends.
Oh dear.
Though the phenomenon was observed throughout our lands, the first creature, the largest and most dreadful of the lot, wrought havoc upon us here in our fair city.
The dragon?
Though they bear superficial resemblance to divinities of legend, they are ungodly abominations. The people decry them as blasphemies. The Large One's rampage has since taken it to the northern reaches of the island. I mean to dispatch our radiant host in an attempt to quell the threat.
And what of Vritra?
Vritra too makes for the north of his own accord, and yet he knows the blasphemy and its minions were but yesterday his beloved people. I pray his boundless compassion and mercy does not deter him from taking unenviable but necessary action.
Understood. I ask that you allow us to aid you in quelling this threat.
You would risk your lives to help us yet again? I have no words to express my gratitude. Our regiments approach the north from several directions, with a number of units set to depart from the docks of Yedlima. They will make landfall in an area of dense jungle, where one can expect to encounter dangers even beyond the fell beasts we hunt. I leave you to your preparation. You will find me at the docks when you are ready to depart.
We're as prepared as we'll ever be. Let's go.
Everyone is assembled, yes. I thank you for lending us your aid in this battle against blasphemy. Let us review our plan of attack. I would have you board this boat and circle around the north side of the island. There you will find a dense jungle called the Vanaspati. It is a sacred wood, home to many temples, and a number of villages. Vritra and the Radiant Host have gone on there ahead of us. I ask that you join them and do all in your power to destroy this blasphemy. I'll do what I can. Vanaspati, now accessible. Something don't have much on offer right now, I'll grant you. Makes that much easier. It makes it that much easier, right? Our stock will improve once thunder is stable again. On this puppy thing. Alright, well let's take this down, so to speak.
Forgive me. These are children of Flatlands. Forgive me. I could do them no harm.
Out, so we'll come up from memory for keybinds. Right.
I shall silence the beasts of the air. Pray continue onward.
Forest burn. This is really good jungle, huh? Oh yeah, this looks awful. Really, teen girl. Let's go. I recognize Arya Solo. I've run into that name before. I'm gonna snap her. Hell on Earth. Or hell on Earth. I thought this stair could have gone better. Got it. Alright. Go team.
What is this vile presence I sense?
I don't know.
The horde draweth near. Be on your guard.
Let's see here.
I have to get away from you. Mother, what's wrong? Focus. Focus. Make it stop. Make it stop.
Oh boy. This is horrific.
I'm a sprinter.
Look at this big ball. Oh, it's an earring. Oh, tragedy. I have a better earring than anything else I'm going to pick up. basically hop in the water ball whenever it's about to cast something horrific. Got him. All right. We lost Girly Teen Girl. So how to get petrified if I wasn't looking? Huh? Huh? Answer me that. What up? I pick up this far in the game without realizing I can actually equip anything I find in the dungeons. Probably. Carbano. Okay, so blue's apparently better than red. Okay. Red is good whenever you have a thing on you. Blue is good when you don't. Ugh. Okay, I don't know why that one was. Oh, it had the colors reversed. Okay. Does add a level of difficulty whenever my computer shuts off while I'm trying to do this. I'm like, hack! An array of Palaka pendulums. Alright. Hey, I got a commendation. Hey, litigation workers. Mookie says hello.
As I feared.
What is it?
The beast was there, and now it is no more. Yes?
It was a person.
We saw it plain. But you didn't, did you?
I saw nothing. Not the blasphemy that perished here, nor the other men turned beasts. And because of this, I now see all too well. There is no ether. Where the creatures should be, I saw naught but emptiness.
Emptiness? But that would mean...
Recall the words of the Watcher. 'Twas a stagnancy of ether, a cessation of flow, leading to decay and absence, that led the ancients to conclude their star was dying. This
Right.
is the same phenomenon. The instant these people are seized by the transformation, their ether begins to rot and crumble away like dried mud. Until, from their corporeal forms to their very souls, naught remains.
But the beast spoke with its dying breath. Surely at least a sliver of the man it was endured.
Mayhap so. But even if the process was incomplete, it was little more than a faint residue.
Gods be good. You're saying they cannot be saved?
Not by any means known to me. Or by any means at all, like as not. For there is naught left to save.
Wasting disease.
They return not even to the ethereal sea.
This is a problem.
The beasts rage on, their hunger insatiable. Even deprived of their master, they perpetuate his legacy of hate. Once proud sons and daughters of Thavnir, all of them, and now I spill their blood.
Vitra, my friends, I am heartened to see you safe.
You put your secret at risk.
Those closest to me already know the truth. A truth I must now share with one and all. Vitra, calamity has come to Radzatan. Our fair nation is rent by screams of pain and despair. More than ever, we require a strong leader to shepherd us through the storm. Reveal your true self to our people, Vitra, and guide us to salvation.
What madness is this, One? Thou dost forget thyself. Were we to reveal our duplicity, it would do naught but foster confusion and chaos.
Unlike what you see before you.
Nay, I shall remain the Satrap's loyal ally, and do battle with the beasts. Easing hearts and leading the people to safety is thy task, and thine alone.
Oh boy, I get to block somebody.
I ask that you remain at Ahewan's side, and render unto him what aid you may. I know not what lies ahead, but without you, Radzatan will not survive.
Alright.
Take me with you. I am as at home fighting in the air as I am on land. Take me with you.
Were my words unclear? I require no assistance. Thy place is at Ahewan's side.
Estinian, here.
The
What's
last
that?
thing you ever wanted. A link pearl. We'd gain much from knowing your elevated perspective. And it'll keep you from getting lonely, which I know you loathe.
You heard the man. Seems I'm coming with you after all.
Then I pray thy grip is iron. Be it on thy head if thou dost chance to fall.
Fair enough. Now, shall we?
I fear it is as Vitra says. We will not survive this on our own. While I am loath to impose upon you again.
I would insist if you did not. 'Tis the very reason we have come.
Indeed, save as many as we can.
Then once more I find myself without words to thank you properly. Let us return to the capital and plan our next course of action.
Alright. Let's do what we can. Our radiant host has eliminated the immediate threat to the city, though it pains me to know that beasts are once my own people. There is no telling when and where the next transformation might occur. We must remain vigilant and steel ourselves for whatever is yet to come. Alright. You may now do that mission with NPCs if you want. I don't know why you would, but you can. Forgive me, my friends, but I must return to Mahaguda for that time being. There I can better manage the crisis and dispatch my troops as the situation demands. In that case, we shall carry out an investigation of our own here in the city. Mayhap the residents can tell us more about the first of the transformations and the conditions under which it occurred. If we can ascertain what exactly triggered these tragic events, it may give us some insight into a possible solution. Time is of the essence. Let us split into 3 groups, that we may cover more ground. Alice and I will see to Fask's path. Thancred and Ishtar, pray make for Dharma. I leave Arthur to guard and you, Pieter. Any information you can gather on the first blasphemy, or the manifestation of the final days here in the city, would be most helpful. When we have completed our respective inquiries, let us reconvene in front of Mahaguta, that we may share what we've learned with the sector. Okay. Quest accepted. We shall be off then. Arthur's home to the High Crucible of XIV, whose alchemists forged many of the warding scales. It seems as good a place as any to begin our investigation, don't you think? I spoke briefly with Nadine, the chief alchemist there, on our last visit. He should be happy to answer our queries. Now accompanying you. You can leave him behind if you want, you jerk. Just find him again. Really, I should have headed back the way I just came from, but that's fine. Alright, let's really quickly do the summoning bell while I can. I'm happy. I'm here. Doesn't mean I have to be happy about it. Really, kitty?
Don't expect me to be a errand boy forever. Had to take a quick stop through the shop. Alchemia. The High Crucible at Alchemia. Yeah, I know, Dean. I remember those red eyes. You were those scions who commissioned the scales from us, yes? They welcome you back to the High Crucible. What brings you here to these troubling times? We are here assisting the satrap in investigating the crisis that plagued the city. Do you happen to catch any sight of the creatures? I did. As I was going about my work, I was disturbed by crashing footsteps so powerful the very ground shook. I rushed outside and could not believe what I beheld. The night sky was burning. Suddenly I heard panic screams coming from the direction of Al-Shan Bazaar. In the next instant, a monstrous beast poked his head around from amidst the stalls. A handful of the Radiant rushed to the scene, only to be sent sprawling as a field as his minions propelled themselves skyward. So the blasphemy.
So that blasphemy in the vicinity of the markets. This knowledge may prove useful. Thank you for sharing the tale. Well, I do believe we now know where we should inquire next. To the bazaar, then.
A bazaar. Need a repair while I'm thinking of it. All right, let's see. All right, Red Deer. What happened? Sisters have mercy. What is happening to the world? What am I to do? It's nowhere safe.
Settle down, friend. The danger is past, at least for now. If it's not too painful to remember, could you please tell us what you saw?
First I heard screams. Then a horde of ravenous beasts came charging toward us. One of them was huge, bigger than a married, throwing people like a rag doll. It was eating them. I hid under the counter. Saw many others do the same. But the shrieking and wailing kept getting louder. More voices in the throng. Beasts or victims I could not tell. I knew not what was happening. I still do not.
Oh, that is enough, my good man. You are brave to share with us your tale. Many of your fellow merchants are safe. The High Crucible, too, has survived mostly unscathed. Pray, close to your friends. Pray stay close to your friends and loved ones, and rest your body and mind while you're able.
I think emotion is going to be important. Sightseeing log 009 is complete. What's sightseeing log 009? Wouldn't you like to know? Balshan Bazaar. Commerce is the lifeblood of Razatan, but these roofed market stalls would be its heart. Balshan himself was a legendary merchant who made a vast fortune through trade with other nations. It was his final wish that his estate be spent on the construction of a great bazaar, ever flowing with coin and wares. Is something the matter, traveler? If you are lost, perhaps I could be of assistance.
Oh, your offer's most appreciated. We're not lost, but we are in need of information. Might you know anything about the gargantuan beast that rampaged through the bazaar?
I saw it all. But I wish I had not. I was going about my work when all of a sudden a piercing scream cut through the air. I turned around, and there was a fiend, its massive body bursting through that entryway with the force of a tidal wave. And then it was gone as quickly as it came.
I was waiting for one of these people to turn as we're talking to them.
Hey, Varsa, what's up? Forgive me, but my shop is closed until further notice. Needless to say, we have more pressing concerns these days.
We have not come in search of wares, but information concerning the enormous fiend that tore through the bazaar. Did you perchance witness anything?
I'm afraid not, my friend. I was here the whole time. I only saw this little minion. Made a mess of the place, they did. While this was going on, a big one tore through the west side of the bazaar. Better luck asking there.
And with that, I do believe we've learned all we can from the bazaar. But let's take a moment to review our findings.
Well, I guess we won't, get whatever that was he wanted to say. Ah, well. We didn't miss much, right? Right? I mean, we didn't miss much.
Judging by their accounts, the transformation had already occurred by the time the beast reached the bazaar. It tore through the west side of the bazaar and headed toward the XIV Plaza. In other words, the blasphemy may have first appeared in this vicinity. That being the case, the people in the Mehet may surely tell us more.
Sure. Did I see anything interesting recently? Even after repairing all of the damage, it will take a while for businesses to pick up again. Yes, I was just going to ask. Did you see anything? Oh, you mean the blasphemy? That is what the Radiant have been calling it anyway. I saw it too. We all did. I was standing there in the corner. Medrid poured me a drink when suddenly there came a dreadful sound like a pained, angry groan. It was unlike anything I've ever seen. I turned around in shock, and from the ominous cloud of black that mist that rose around the creature, enormous and ghastly to behold. As for what happened next, I recall it sent shivers up my spine. But by some stroke of fortune, I was able to slip outside before the beast got its claws in me. But the sight that greeted me offered no solace. The blue sky above had turned red as blood, Maverick himself and the other survivors clung to each other for dear life until the radiant host came to our aid.
Wait, did I hear that correctly? The beast manifested before the sky began to burn.
I am certain of it. The windows here offer a clear view of the sky, and I saw nothing out of the ordinary until the beast appeared and began to rage. Alright, let's see here. Careful here. Going after that enormous beast, are you? Nearly caught up with you. Hey! I saw it all, including the very instant that poor bastard transformed. Damn the gods for putting me there. I started over there by the window. A few men, merchants, probably, talking and drinking. Conversation must have taken a turn for the worst. Next thing I know, their leader, I suppose he was, buries his hands. It's certainly something, right? I have to come up with something, and they're all speaking in this Indian accent. Like, that's the closest I can come up with. Blackness was swirling around him. Then his whole body burst apart. There was a hideous, slavering beast, massive and foul, all gaping mouths and bulging eyes. His friends started shrieking, and then the black mist comes again, till the change takes them too. It's the stuff of nightmares, I tell you.
Oh, nightmarish indeed. Incidentally, do you perchance know who those merchants were?
No, I'm a decorator by trade. Not much cause to mingle with their sort. Saw Mihail, the barmaid, chatting with them, though. She might know something.
All right.
So I'll need to change to... Summoner, then. Hello there. Welcome to Medras Madden. What can I get you?
We have not come for libations, but rather for information. You're Mihail, yes? We're investigating the so-called blasphemy on the Satrap's behalf. We hear it was one of your customers, a merchant, that first underwent the transformation. What can you tell us about him?
He was something of a regular here, especially of late. Kazal was his name. He ran his own consortium, dealing primarily in the export of Targaryen specialties. I've never heard that name before.
Oh, it definitely rings a bell. Come to think of it, didn't you meet Kazal when you first came to Fafnir?
Have fun, thank you. I will.
If I recall correctly, he ran a trading operation in Yemen. It was through him that the signs were created with the fisherman Matsuya.
Later. Yes, that is the same Kazal, no doubt. Rather successful man, from what I gather. That said, it was clear he had fallen on hard times of late. Those ghastly towers popping up everywhere cannot have been good for business. Even now, with the towers gone, the collapse of the empire has led to all sorts of problems everywhere. The market for luxuries is surely not what it once was.
Trying times for the head of a trading consortium, indeed.
He was always a compassionate man. Even if his own business has suffered, he did what he could to provide for the artisans and fishermen and others who counted on him to sell their wares. Indeed, it was the very topic of yesterday's meeting, as far as I could hear, yet, as they discussed matters further, Kazal's tone grew grave and grim. It was then that... So he got depressed, and that led to it.
Forgive me, I would not have you recall the memory if it brings you pain. If I could, I would ask just one more thing. Did you notice anything unusual about Kazal in particular? Please, anything at all.
Sorry, nothing springs to mind. Perhaps someone else can help you. Kazal lived for his work. I had no family that I know of. His employees and associates knew him best, but they too are lost to us. Still, perhaps his neighbors know something I do not. I can direct you to them, if you will believe it would help. What do you say? Sounds like despair is what leads to the transformation. That's what it sounds like. Almeida's home in Kama, a nearby residential area. From what I gather, Cazal lived since childhood and was known throughout the neighborhood.
Kama, the name is new to me. How do we get there?
I'll write you down some directions. I cannot promise that you will find what you seek there, but if nothing else, it is a start.
Come, let us see where this lead takes us.
Cross now accompanying you. Keep him on your side or proceed with the quest objectives, blah, 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 blah. Do we have to do the tutorial each and every time, guys? Okay.
Let's see, we're leaving the main. I'm going to retrace our steps and head back toward the Ferret Plaza.
Alright. I can get to the Ferret Plaza. Alright, I know how to get there from here. Having the map out helps. Making sure I'm not missing any important dialogue.
And this must be the Kaaba. Oh, we've arrived at last. Let's begin questioning the residents without delay. We no doubt someone here can tell us more about Kazal. Given recent events, I imagine they're taking shelter indoors.
Sure, they're not crazy. Hey there, Paragon. Paraga? There we go.
Could you come back another time? I just woke up, and I'm not exactly in the mood for idle chit-chat.
Well, that's one way to avoid a panic, I suppose. Pardon our intrusion. You may not have noticed, but a great danger has come to Fadnir. I encourage you to stay alert and prepare to flee the city should the situation turn dire. But before we leave you in peace, pray allow us to ask you a question or two. Did you know a local merchant named Kazal? If so, did you notice anything unusual about him recently?
Kazal? Aye, I know him. In fact, we just spoke the other day. Like many others, his business was doing poorly. Still, it seemed as though he'd managed to turn things around, thanks to a generous order from Rhodean Fibers. Why, he was practically dancing in the streets. I hadn't spoke with him since, and I assume it all went well. Naba might be able to tell you more, though. As a result, as I recall, he was the one who brokered the arrangement.
Daba and Rebel Fibers. Sent a boat to visit him after we spoke with the other locals. Hey there, Marty.
That's all you say. Yes, I've known him since he was a boy. If there was ever a man who was born to be a merchant, it was him. Always easy to depart and leave late to return. He spent his days procuring the finest wares and taking out willing customers. You could say it came to him as easily as breathing. Sadly, business was flagging of late. No surprise, really, with how dangerous travel has become. It cooped up in his house from dawn until dusk the other day, no doubt racking its brain for a way to turn his fortunes around. Then at night I heard the door open. Looked like Ghazal sitting on a bench, his head hung low, man with the weight of the world on his shoulders.
I see. The situation must have turned dire indeed. Did you notice anything else out of the ordinary?
Nothing to speak of. Other than the troubles with this consortium, he was the same old Ghazal. Cordial and honest, like always. These questions you are asking. Has something happened to him? He wasn't caught up in that terrible incident at the bazaar, was he? I do not travel much these days, but my daughter told me not to venture outside. Stuck in here as I am. I heard little about these bazaar goings-on.
Oh, rest assured, the city is safe for now, but the situation may change without warning. I urge you to stay close to your daughter and be prepared to take refuge should the satrap order it.
All right, time to fast travel.
If I'm not mistaken, these stairs lead to Dharma. It's quite the sight of it, sky above. During the final days of yore, the heavens burned and the stars fell. Creation magics run amok. That was my assumption when I saw Almarat. Perhaps the ancients believed the same. The terror of a single powerful individual was the cause of the calamity. And yet those self-same horrors now manifest themselves before our eyes. What could it be that sets the heavens aflame and turns ordinary men into beasts?
I just don't know.
Ah, they're farming silkworms. This must be Redena fibers, where we should find Jabana.
Whee! Hello, Jabana. And hurry, I say, there's no time to waste.
Pardon me, but you're in charge of buying and selling here, yes? We have a few questions we'd like to.
I am sorry, but I do not have time to chat. If you have not noticed, we have our hands full at the moment. We must carry all of our wares and equipment to safety before the accursed beasts return.
Yeah, that makes sense. In that case, might we be of assistance? Perhaps you could speak when the job is done.
He's got them zoomies. Very well. You can start by helping us move our equipment. We'll ask the others what to put there, or what to put where. All right, let's go. And you can carry our fabrics. Go through that door, speak with Kamara. She will tell you the rest. Remember, these textiles are our livelihood. Handle them with care.
All right. So smash them up, got it. Hey there, Kamala.
This area is for employees only. Out! Out!
I'm here to move your textiles.
What's that? You've come to help. Oh, praise be to Madruva. Kind stranger, I welcome your assistance. On the way here, you passed these 3 storehouses, yes? I'd like you to carry that small crate to Maral by the storehouse near the hatchery. The crate for clothing's for Mahuna. And that massive crate there goes to Germain in the middle storehouse. Watch your back with that one. There, all the crates are ready. Once you've delivered, consider your work here complete.
Limited time to complete the task. Should you fail, return to the starting location and begin anew. Light crate. That is it. And you've come to the right place. We thank you for your aid. Good. It wasn't a puzzle for me to solve. The ordinary crate was close, I recall. If you have any crates of finished products such as carpets, clothing, and the like, pray bring them here from the primary storehouse. Ah, crate of clothing, is it? I can take that off your hands. Many thanks for the delivery. Alright. I say you're quite the brawny one, aren't you? Good thing, too. Never know when you'll need to defend yourselves in these unpredictable times. Crate of fabrics, is it? Exactly what I was hoping to receive. Here, let me put that away for you. Thank you for the help.
You carried all the crates to the storehouses, you say? And so quickly, too. Oh, I've never seen anyone so strong. I and my associates will see to the rest, so please return to Jabana and assure him our work is proceeding apace. To tell the truth, we're grateful for this distraction. Too many terrible happenings of late. But generous souls like yourself give me hope that we may emerge from this trial ever stronger. I pray we meet again in some more peaceful times.
Alright. Amidst the apocalypse. Just doing some chores during the apocalypse. Nothing to worry about. Done as I asked, have you? Oh yeah, sure, I did that. If Kamala is satisfied with your work, then so am I. I clicked too fast. You've done us a great favor, traveler.
I too have delivered the instruments and apparatus entrusted to me.
You both have my thanks. With our wares safely stored away, let us not lose any more on these. Let us not lose any more to these fiends.
I take it that your establishment did not escape the attack unscathed.
We did not. Thankfully, most of our workers had already left for the day, but those of us who were still here, we saw it all. We looked at the burning skies in confusion, and then, before we could even begin to make any sense of it, a hideous creature burst through the doors, shrieking. We ran for our lives, but one of my colleagues was not so fortunate. He cried out, a scream of such agony, such terror. And in the next instant, he too sprouted fearsome claws. And the sight of it caused another fellow to panic, and then he too transformed.
Doesn't sound good at all.
I am sorry. Was there something you wish to ask?
Oh, indeed. You know the merchant Khazar, did you not? I believe he had some dealings with your establishment.
Khazar? I know him well. He'd arranged for this consortium to deliver a large shipment of fabrics, but in the end, he received a better offer and had to turn him down. I understand his business is struggling, but so is ours. Another of our most reliable trading partners agreed to transport the goods for a much smaller commission, and would have been fools to refuse. I felt terrible withdrawing the offer, but you must understand, we simply had no choice. He tried to put on a brave face when he delivered the news, but his dejection and despair was plain as day. He said he'd discuss it with his associates, but I could tell he'd all but given up hope. Given up hope.
Dejection and despair.
Emotion.
You remember what we saw in Vaspani, yes? The soldiers and jungle dwellers pushed to the very brink, turning into beasts one after the next. It would seem the same phenomenon occurred here. The poor craftsmen attacked by the fiends, as well as all who witnessed it, all undergoing the change. I suspect that everything began with Khazal. By all accounts, profound and piercing despair. Wait, could that be it? And such intense emotions are what triggered transformation?
Emotion does seem to be the key.
Much remains unclear, but I believe we are drawing closer to the answer. At any rate, we must discuss our findings with the others.
Yep, do not despair. If you do, it'll kill us all.
Ha-ha! We were to reconvene with the others in front of the Magdula, were we not? Oh, that should be just outside. With any luck, they've already returned with their own investigations. From their own investigations. My friend, we must take our leave. I pray that your establishment is spared further tragedy. But remember, your lives are far more precious than any wares. If you are ordered to flee, do so without hesitation.
Indeed. Thank you for your concern. And I pray that you two take care as well. So it is despair which causes all of this. Come on now. Really? All right. Hate platforming. State-sponsored workshop is famed for its producing silk thread of exquisite quality. Its sericulture and weaving techniques were once jealously guarded secrets, but security measures had become lax since Ul'dah and other nations began manufacturing their own silk fabrics. How could you not feel despair with that happening in the sky?
There you are. You've spoken with the survivors.
Indeed. We thought to share what we have gleaned, that we might together gain a greater understanding of present circumstances.
Fortuitous timing. Alize and I completed our own investigations not long ago.
Then we should take a moment to compare notes. Shall we begin with the two of you?
Okay, it appears despair is actually what's causing all of this. So try to keep up hope, guys. Keep your attitude up.
So the merchant Khazal was gravely concerned about his business in the days preceding his untimely end.
Right.
The tales we heard were much the same. The first victims to be changed into blasphemies were all overcome with anguish of one manner or another. Then those who saw their loved ones stolen before their eyes succumbed to a similar panic,
Right.
setting in motion a chain of transformations.
Right, right. That would be something that would be contagious.
Fear, unease, despair. These negative feelings serve as a catalyst.
If so, then it is not unlike the calamity that befell the ancients. With their creation magics, they unwittingly gave form to untold horrors.
In a moment, I'll be right back. Okay. So hopelessness and despair is what seems to be leading to this calamity.
Had they simply lost control, surely it would have manifested in many forms, not all of them monstrous. Yet somehow, this phenomenon is triggered solely by the darkness in their hearts, a common thread with what we now witness.
Common? But Norse faced were forged with magic alone. Those of today are born of sentient beings. Why remains to be seen. But there is one fundamental difference between us and our predecessors. Our souls are sundered, whereas theirs were not.
Okay.
Perhaps that single variable makes all the difference.
If I may, there was another detail that troubled me.
Okay.
We have it on good authority that Karl Zahl's transformation took place before the skies began to burn.
What? If that's true, then the situation's more dire than we realized. It means even if there's no ominous sign presaging the final days, anyone, anywhere, has the potential to become a beast.
Right.
Even in lands we thought safe, even as we speak.
Look! It's the satrap! The satrap!
Thank the heavens!
My countrymen, I am relieved and heartened to see you strong and safe. While the danger has not yet passed, far from it, allow me to assure you that the beasts that raged within the city walls have been exterminated to the last. Outside this sanctuary, the brave men and women of the Radiant Host and our dragon ally continue to battle our unholy foes. I pray these tidings put your minds at ease and help you calm your hearts. Have faith that we shall soon conquer this terrible trial.
Your Excellency, is there any word from Palaka's stand? My grandson was bound for there yesterday, and I worry for his life.
We are still awaiting a report. But I promise you, as soon as I have aught to share...
Your Excellency, I bring grave news.
You are?
I'm Matsya of Akyali, a humble fisherman. Ah, I remember you from our first visit.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, you're...
Yes.
But no, that can wait. When the skies turned red, I set off for Palaka's stand, fearing for the safety of a friend. But as I drew near the village, I saw dreadful beasts all about.
No! Gods have mercy! Your Excellency! Save my grandson, I beg of you!
We will spare no effort to save all we can, but you must remain calm.
Calm? You tell me to be calm? You saw those beasts? They tore our bravest warriors limb from limb! What if we are too late, huh? They catch him, sink their fangs into him? The fangs! Oh, the blood! The screams!
Get away from her, now!